Da 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 da. Out there. Welcome to Kyle Supley's Out There. I'm at the Jazz Age Lawn Party on Governor's Island. The ferry just arrived, and all the people are coming in right now in their vintage garb. I can't wait. It's one of my favorite events of the year. Let's check it out. All right, here I am with one of the co-producers of Jazz Age Lawn Party, Jen Minsky. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Where did you get this hat and ensemble?
So the hat, my dear friend Gretchen Fenston made it. She let me borrow it for the day because she's a saint. Awesome. And the dress I found in St. Louis at a vintage store. It's
so this is original?
Yeah, 1930s.
Oh, it's like amazing shape. I've been coming to this for a number of years. How many years has the Jazz Age Lawn Party been going on?
This is the 9th annual Jazz Age Lawn Party. I remember the first year that I came, we went just over 1,000 and we were like, oh wow, 1,000 people, that's so amazing.
How many come now on average?
4,000.
Jeez, that's amazing.
And we sell out at 4,000. So there's still people that line up that try to get tickets to get in.
Amazing. Here I am with my good friend Don Spiro. Don, tell us a little bit about your booth, what you do, how you became involved with the Jazz Age Lawn Party.
Well, let's see. The magazine that I'm selling here is Zelda Magazine, and it's a magazine all about jazz age, art, lifestyle, culture, music, different events that are going on today, with a little bit of the actual history of the jazz age in it, because it's having a revival, and I'd like to think that we had a little bit to, help with revival spreading it. I've been vending it here at the Jazz Age Lawn Party for several years now. It was something my wife started, and Jen Minsky and I keep up that tradition.
I'm here with Peter Minton, my good friend, and a ivory tickler.
Will Friedwald likes to call it Jazz Age piano.
Okay.
It's sort of a good term, sort of all-encompassing.
I like that. I got a Victrola when I was 12 years old, so that was for my birthday present. I used to bring friends from school over to play them old 78s, and they were like, who is this guy?
But then you'd end up sitting there all alone?
Eventually, yes, they stopped coming.
I know the feeling.
And you also are a Pee Wee Herman fan.
I am.
Oh, that's my name.
So wear it out.
I'm here with Mac and Mike, the antique DJs on Victrolas, right? You guys use?
They're not Victrolas.
Oh.
Victrola was the wooden cabinet that Victor made that folded the horn inside the machine with the doors. It was more like a piece of furniture because Victorian ladies didn't like these big holes in their living room. They consider them rather vulgar and like scientific
The horns,
machines.
you mean being out?
Like the big horn
like yours.
That.
So those are
It was like
gramophones?
Yes, we play gramophones.
My daughter.
Hi, Una.
Brendan.
Good to meet you, Brendan. I'm Kyle.
I'm Karen.
Karen, good to meet you. Oh, you got the
cocktail. It's very important.
It is very important. I need to do that soon.
Goodness.
What brings you here today?
We love this. You can't imagine. We love the picnic.
Right?
This is our second year.
Second year?
Yes, and we bring our entire family.
You all from New York?
Yes, we live in Soho, and this is our
lovely.
one of our favorite summer
Isn't
activities.
It great?
It is amazing.
I'm with Lee Chappell here at Jazz Age Lawn Party on the dance floor. Lee, so good to see you. You look great.
You as well, sir.
Where'd you get this bow tie? This is great.
Housing Works.
Best stuff.
I love Housing Works.
So tell our audience a little bit about you, who you are. When did you come to New York? I know you've been here a long time.
I arrived in New York, and actually I moved to New York in 1988 on Gay Pride Day, and so 26 years now. And I am a entertainment producer and events planner, and have worked at some of the larger nightclubs, the Roxy, the Palladium, the Limelight, the Tunnel. Oh, and today I entered the pie contest, which is sponsored by Grace and Dave.
You've won, right?
And I've won 4 blue ribbons the last couple of years.
4 blue ribbons.
I did a peanut butter pie, a chess pie with rhubarb. I did a baked watermelon pie, which is really
That's here today?
Baked watermelon.
How do I get some of it?
Well, you can go over to the table after they judge and they give it away for free, so that's a really nice plus.
Can you save me a little bit? Besides producer, you're a dancer, right?
Yes, I dance with Roddy Caravella and his Canarsie Wobblers and the Minsky sisters.
their, well, because I was once in it, but the vintage bathing suit.
The bathing beauties, which is actually the highlight of many people's weekends.
20s inspired cream-colored wool swimsuit with handmade sailboats. Jazz Age Long Party dance wearing matching black. She's wearing a 1920s era Jensen bathing suit with a turban and fringed belt. Matching the show.
I found a really cool dapper couple here on the dance floor. What's your names?
Mike.
And I'm Nora.
Nora, I love your outfits. You guys are totally the right period. Are you dancers?
You know, we'd like to be. We met about 18 years ago doing musical theater. So
when you were 10, or?
I was 10.
I was 10.
Oh, okay.
I was 13.
You guys look pretty good.
I was an elderly 13
That's
years of age.
so great.
Yeah.
Here I am with some more vintage friends and some awesome outfits. What's your name?
Kira.
Kira?
Yes.
Kyle?
I'm Richie.
Richie, good to meet you.
To meet you.
You both look amazing.
Thank you.
Tell us where you got these things.
So mine's sort of embarrassing. These are Amazon suspenders
Nice.
and an Amazon hat.
I love your dress.
Thank you. It came from Beacon's Closet, which
Nice.
is like one of my favorite haunts.
Best.
But it's pretty much what my closet looks like daily anyway. So yeah,
Yes.
I think I just did an extra zhuzh to my
Extra
hair.
zhuzh.
She also sings in a jazz trio.
Ooh.
And they cover. I mean, come on, like
Tell
plug
more,
yourself.
tell
in.
more.
That's true. I'm in a band.
Oh, just whatever.
And they cover
It's
like
got
1920s.
Camp Street. We cover the Boswell sisters.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Wait, what's their
So-
big hit? They had the Boswell sisters.
Crazy People's one of my favorite
Okay.
songs. You should look it up.
And I'm sorry, your group is called what?
Camp Street.
Camp Street.
Camp
okay.
Street.
Now, how many times have you been to the Jazz Age Lawn Party?
I think this is my 4th year
Okay.
coming here.
And this is my first.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. It's great.
It's
I mean,
pretty fun, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. Like,
Weather's amazing.
great people watching. Yeah, it's awesome.
Great Gatsby explosion on the lawn.
Absolutely.
How awesome is that? You guys are the pros of living this era.
I
Jazz
got into
age.
the music first, and
Okay.
then I got into the clothes.
How old are you?
after. I was 18 when I started really getting into music, and then 19, 20, 21, started acquiring stuff, but it's taken years.
I've run into him on the train, or I'll see him across on a platform,
True story.
and always looks this
Yeah.
good. You're a New York native too, right?
I'm the 3 generations New York.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And a tonsorialist, right?
Very good. Tonsorialist,
Yeah.
a tonsorial artist, which is just a fancy word for
So it means
barber.
you take, oh, okay, I was going to say, you take out tonsils.
I don't take out any tons. They don't let me do that anymore. So.
Do you dress vintage when you're not at the Jazz Age Lawn Party?
I do.
Yeah?
I generally not as much.
Right.
I do maybe a third of the time.
Okay, that's good. Keep it
I do
alive.
like the aesthetics. I might start wearing the boater because
Yeah,
it's
you look
so
great.
useful.
Yeah.
It keeps you cool.
keeps the sun out
It
of
does
your
kind of
eyes
make
and
sense.
it's so light.
Anyway, where'd you get your dress?
I got it at a little thrift shop. Where was that? It was
Thompson Streets in the village.
I love your tie, by the way. Is that a vintage tie?
No, I spent all night sewing it, embroidering it.
And your outfit's incredible. Tell us a little bit about it.
The watch is from the 30s, and the cufflinks.
Oh,
My
those
thing
are
is
awesome.
always snap cufflinks. So they're a
nice.
1920s thing, which nobody makes anymore. I guess the
Yeah,
guys
that's-
are gone.
that-
And I just bought the suspenders at the Jazz Age Lawn Party yesterday
Whoa.
from Noble Savage.
So as far as vintage goes, how
Yes.
did you get involved? Were you dressing vintage
Oh.
when you were younger, or something
a
came about
little
later?
bit. I was always dressing on my own, like thrift store, a lot of Army Navy stuff when it was
Okay.
real Army Navy.
Yeah.
And when I needed to buy suits, I couldn't afford, good suits when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
So the suits I was buying were thrift store stuff before it was called vintage.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it was all the 60s Mad Men suits, which
Yeah.
they were practically giving away, and now are worth a fortune.
Right?
There's all
Yeah.
kinds of Jazz Age events going on. This is the big one.
Yeah.
Like, this is the one that everybody wants to go to. They will plan their vacations around it.
Well, the party's really cooking now, as you can see, and I finally got my cocktail, so I'm gonna go cut a rug, some of this awesome music. Who needs a time machine when you have this party? Anyway, see you next time on Kyle Supley's Out There. Bye. Da 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 da. Out there.